What is up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another Esports Talk episode. This all around the Splyce response to a story which happened last week, that involving a Splyce player. And again, when I do say Splyce, it can be a bit confusing for all you Call of Duty fans out there, League of Legends fans out there. You know, a bit of a name change is coming to the organization. Splyce will be gone with Overactive Media. Their parent company should be rebranding their COD team, new name. Their League of Legends team apparently will be Mad Lions, so on and so forth. Does not stop it though, where apparently shortly afterwards of their world's departure, actually this past week, it was Norskeren taking to an in-game match which revealed some chat logs, and actually in a video released by Splyce themselves have ever since been taken down, caught him out saying the N-word or a form of the N-word. It was actually, ironically enough, he was called a ginger, GNGR, and his response to that was, well, responding back and what he found probably funny at the time, that being NGR in that game chat. Also, again, revealed by the team themselves in one of their own released videos. You truly hate to see it, guys, but unfortunately enough, he is now paying the time and paying the punishment, whatever that might be for this instance, and Splyce have officially responded with what seems to be a non-punishment. There might be a League of Legends or a Riot-induced fee or fine coming sometime soon. Those are often below 2,000, actually more so than often, even cheaper than that, so not much of a punishment here. He will not be kicked, it does seem, in their official statement, as they do say, we've taken actions right away on this matter. Paulo Senra, the VP of Global Content over at Overactive Media, he additionally said, we deleted the video once we were made aware of the situation. We also immediately got a call with our player to discuss the matter and its impact. He acknowledged the mistake and has publicly apologized for it. This no way reflects our teams, players, or the organization. We at Overactive Media will continue to focus on creating an environment that is inclusive, equitable, and respectful. And as much as you want to say it, they obviously are trying to kind of overwrite the fact. I'm not trying to call the organization out. I'm not trying to call the player out. I simply do esports news. Some of these stories that do occur around pro players, they suck to talk about, but they're great talking points because they relate to a lot of other stories out there. The one I'm bringing up right now, two examples for all of you guys, is a very similar instance with Liquid many months ago. For all of you guys who know, Liquid Steve, the owner over there, had responded a couple of times with TFBlade, one of their streamers and pro players, kind of bends that line as well, as a stand-in pro as for that roster, potentially, but definitely more well known for his streaming out there. Many months ago, he actually was accused, first of all, of saying the N-word. Most people out there agreed it was not actually the N-word. Liquid Steve also stepping in to say it was pretty clearly, if you listen to the clip several times, he was not. He was eventually given a Twitch ban for that, then a reduced ban. Twitch has just been dumb in the past. Even further though, a couple months later down the line, he was actually caught out and punished, rightfully so, for another racial slur. He did actually say it. It was actually on a Turkish server. He used the derogatory slur in some regions out there, including in Turkish regions. Yes, the term he used was dogs in a defamatory way, and he was punished for doing so. In response to that, Liquid Steve got involved yet again and actually posted this tweet on screen for all of you, saying they were looking into it and trying to go over the right punishment or repercussions for TFBlade, which, to the best of my knowledge, I could be wrong here, but I don't think that further statement was ever made. It was kind of just overwatched and calmed down, and that kind of quelmed everything around TFBlade, and that punishment, much like Norskeren, it never came. He did apologize for using that term dogs in the Turkish server, which I do believe he was banned from for quite some time in doing so. Besides that, though, after using to some people a racial slur, a derogatory slur as a pro player or as a content creator for an organization, there was really no punishment, which is definitely a peculiar thing for organizations to have to deal with, especially we look towards a third example out there, that being FaZe Tfue. When he was on FaZe, obviously he is no longer kind of in FaZe, he's in a lawsuit with them, but both during this lawsuit as well as when he was actually a part of FaZe Clan, the organization, he was accused and caught out saying some racial slurs of his own, and he was never kicked or punished from the organization. He was given bans on Twitch, but the actual organization, being FaZe Clan, they didn't do much about it either. And so I find it to be a great talking point. All of these cases are a variety of a weird way. Obviously, they all kind of deserve their each individual assessments because they all kind of have a variety of, I would say, seriousness to the terms which were used compared to TFBlade using the term dogs. We have, of course, Norskeren using 3 letters to represent the N-word, unfortunately enough, that being NGR in chat. Then we have Tfue blatantly saying a few things that, again, he used the word raccoon in some and other words in others. others. All of these cases are very subjective and very different, but it's very weird to see these organizations all react very differently. Some just oversee it, hope it kind of drops off the news. Others, though, they definitely do take action. We've seen, I guess, in some sense, preventative action, not necessarily when the players are actually a part of the organization, but before doing so, we have Call of Duty Pro players, Ferocities being one of them. He has several times, or at least a couple of times in his past, actually had those controversial statements. Apparently, Call of Duty Orgs have avoided him for this upcoming season, so he'll be doing Path to Pro. Best of luck to him. Alongside that, we have 100 Thieves Nade Shot. He's blatantly come out and said he has avoided players with controversial past, and so it's very weird to see organizations, once they have a player under them who is bringing in views and obviously very popular for them, they might treat the situation differently as opposed to before they've signed a player and avoiding controversial players in the first place. We now have 3 organizations reacting about this along the same lines. Splyce, Liquid, FaZe Clan have all kind of allowed this stuff to go on, and I'm not saying that's wrong. I just think it's very interesting to see as of right now how esports organizations do react to these kind of things and what their punishments, how they also vary on top of all of that. So with all of that being said, curious what you guys think about this, because each of these bans or these slurs used was a wide variety of them. So what do you guys think about this? What do you think Splyce should have done? Liquid, FaZe, what should they have done? All these organizations, especially as the scene does grow, are acting very differently, and it can be very hard to have to punish or actually get rid of someone who brings you viewership and has kind of lightly touched the edge of what is acceptable and what is not. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy breaking down esports and gaming news here every single day. If there's a story you guys want me to cover, feel free to drop me a DM or a comment. I just have so many videos to cover. I really do appreciate you guys, though, still watching. You guys are truly amazing. Until next time, be safe, use the right words, be careful, pro players out there, okay? Until next time, I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.